Well, let's see, last week was Valentine's, and always a bunch of romantic rascals here, real lovers and all. So maybe something from Valentine's, and just, how about Annabelle Lee? Okay? Get out the Kleenex. It was many a year ago in a kingdom by the sea that a maiden there lived, whom you may know by the name of Annabelle Lee. And this maiden, she lived with no other thought than to love and be loved by me. I was a child and she was a child in this kingdom by the sea, but we loved with a love that was more than love. I and my Annabelle Lee, with a love that the winged satyrs of heaven coveted her to lead. And this was a reason that long ago in this kingdom by the sea, that a wind blew out of a cloud, chilling my beautiful Annabelle Lee, so that her high-born kinsman came and bore her away from me to shut her up in a sepulchre in this kingdom by the sea. The angels, not half so happy in heaven, went envying her to me. Yes, this was the reason, as all men know in this kingdom by the sea, that the wind blew out of the cloud by night, chilling and killing my Annabelle Lee. But our love was stronger by far than the love of those who were older than we, and of many far wiser than we. And neither the angels in heaven above, nor the demons down under the sea, can ever dissever my soul to the soul of my beautiful Annabelle Lee. For the stars never rise, but I see the bright eyes of my beautiful Annabelle Lee. And the moon never beams without bringing me dreams of my beautiful Annabelle Lee. And so all the night tide I lie down to the side of my darling, my life and my bride, in her sepulchre by the sea, in her tomb by the sounding sea.
Amen.
Cloud, we could do Scotland the Brave. Goes like this, let's see. Hark where the night is falling, now hear the pipes are calling, loudly and proudly calling down through the glen. Now where the hills are sleeping, now feel the blood leaping, high as the spirits of our brave Highland men. Firm as our native rock, we have withstood the shock of England, Denmark, Rome, and the world. Land of the shining silver, land of our high endeavor, land of our hearts forever, Scotland the brave. The young maid from Madras, who had a magnificent ass. Not rounded and pink, as you probably think. It was gray, it had long ears, and ate grass. Welcome home. Plain Scott that the Nutcracker is a Christmas ballet. It's not a belly flopper off the high diving board.
Thank you for explaining that.
Thank you, Jim.
Poor Scott didn't know.
And then in the spirit of the season, I can tell you about the three hippie wise men. There's a you-shack, me-shack, and into bed we go. You guys have been wonderfully kind, suffering through might be the better word, my little poems, and I've tried to be merciful. I really have.
Until today.
Until today.
It's a sad fact that every clown wants to play Shakespeare's Hamlet. So today, no more Mr. Nice Guy. You're going to get Hamlet's soliloquy. Lock the door there, like nobody. You remember Mr. Prince Hamlet, he's sitting there meditating on whether suicide's a good idea or not. He doesn't know whether that's the best thing to do or not. He says, to be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them. to die, to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to, that 'tis a consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. There's the rub, for in that sleep of death, who knows what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil. Must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrongs, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of disprized love, the insolence of office, the law's delay, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare dagger? Who with burdens bear and sweat beneath a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose boundary no traveler returns, puzzles the will and makes us to rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. And thus does conscience make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with a pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pitch and moment, with this regard their currents turn awry and lose the name of action. Soft you now comes the federal feed you. So throw money. What a hand.
Bravo.
I was sitting here looking at Ian and Vaughn and sitting next to this old geezer here, and I was reminded of one of Shakespeare's characters in As You Like It. This guy Dickens talked about 7 ages of man. And I think most of us have lived through some of them, and I've lived through most all of them. But this character says that all the world is a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and each man at his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. At first the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms, and then the whining schoolboy with satchel under arm and shining morning face, creeping unwillingly like snail to class. And then the lover, sighing like a furnace with a woeful ballad made to his mistress' eyebrow. That's right. And then the soldier, full of strange oaths, bearded like the leopard, jealous in honor and sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice in fair round belly with good capon lined, full of wise saws and modern instances, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, and so he plays his part. The 6th age slips into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and purse on side, his youthful hose well saved, but a world too wide for his shrunk shank, and his big manly voice, turning once again to childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound. Last stage of all that ends this strange eventful drama is second childhood and mere oblivion. Sans eyes, sans teeth, sans taste, sans everything. Oh, Will had a way with words, didn't he?
He did. Holy God.